Okay, let's begin. So we're going to create a design and we're going to customize it to 4500 to 5400 pixels. When my blank template comes up, the theme here is Thanksgiving, and I came up with an idea of having a bird that is angry, and letting people know that uh, he ain't no chicken. So obviously I figured, okay, let's look into elements. Let's go and type in the words angry turkey. And funny enough, this is the first thing that came up and I liked it. But the one thing that was like an issue for me was this middle finger here. I wanted to keep it really PG-er. So, I mean, you could go with this if you want, but for me, I want to remove that. And in order to do that, I came up with the way by going into elements again and just refreshing hair and picking the shape, the square hair. Sorry, I take that back. That is my next step. But what I did was I came with an idea of just putting like a boxing glove. So now he's looking like he's really angry, like he wants to fight somebody. So I typed in elements, boxing glove, and I liked, where is it here? I think it was this one right here. It was this one. Yeah, I believe it was this one here. And then what I did, was it this one? Let me see here. No, I don't think it was that one. Sorry, guys. Here we go. It was this one here. So let me just remove that. So what I did was I tried my best to size it up to look like it actually is. He's wearing the glove, the turkey. And so I just kept sizing it up here, and I brought it down a bit more, just over the brown part. So I'm going to try and zoom in here so you can see, yeah, just about over the brown, the light brown part right there, like right about there. Now, the only thing is, so you see that little piece right there sticking out? So this is what I had to do next. But before I did that, actually, I flipped it because it just looked weird. I just realized, like, well, that's his right hand. So I think the glove is on the left hand. So I was like, okay, let me flip it. And I was like, okay, that looks much, much, much better here. So I'm just going to do that. There we go. And I could have left it like I wanted it like here, but now that I think about it, I don't know. To me, I just didn't like that part right there. Like it's like overlapping, but it doesn't really look bad when you think about it. So what happened was is that I brought it over a bit like this is what I did. Zoom in, zoom in. There we go. I think that's better. Okay. So the only problem now is that you can see the middle finger still sticking out and then the part of his feather here. So what I did was I got a square element from Elements, the shape, and I just sized it up to just cover the middle finger, and I colored it white, and then I went into the three dots here, went to position, and I placed it backwards. So now you just don't see it, okay? So I had to do the same thing with this one here. So I mean, I could use a square. You could use any shape that will fit, but I just want to, I think you just have to play around with it here. But you could use the circle. But I think the square was just, it fit right perfectly in the middle here. So I didn't need to use a circle. And then I did the same exact thing. I made a white. I went to position and I put it behind, and voila, just like that. Now, I highlighted everything and I grouped it so everything stays together. And then I got my font. So I got some text here. I'll add some text. Enlarge this. I'm gonna make it black right now, for now. Oh, sorry, let me make sure everything is in black. The text that I decided to use that I thought would look good was a text called bangers. And there we go. Okay, and I just pumped this up by making the text, enlarging the text, centering it, and then the first line in capitals would be I ain't no, and then just try to make that a little bit bigger here, and try and center that as much as I can. Bring it up, and then I'll copy and paste down, and this would be the second line would be chicken. And I mean, this looks good just like this, but I want it to just evenly space out the chicken so it will be in line with the ends of the I and the O on the first line. So I just went into my spacing and letter spacing to the right, and then take the chicken and just move it to the left a bit more. Yeah, that looks good. And I think I'm gonna bring the chicken up just a bit here. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. All right, and so I'm just gonna highlight this because I want to, yeah, I think I want to group this. So group it, and then just try and center where Canva will tell you where it's centered. And I'm basing the center off of probably the chicken where it's highlighted in purple, and then everything will just fall in suit with that. So with the image, I want it to be, is that centered per se? Yeah, that's about right. Then group everything and then center it even more. Move it just a bit down a bit. Oops. Is it moving? Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then group the whole thing as one. There you go. So this is what it looks like. Yeah, I think it's about centered. It's okay. Now, when you save this, so when you go into share, download, I'm gonna save it as a PNG with a transparent background here. What happens is, I'll show you in a second here. Okay, so now I saved the image and onto my computer, and I'm gonna open it. And when you open an image on a MacBook, because that's what I'm using, it opens it in preview, as you can see here on the top. Don't worry, for those who have Windows, there is a way of doing it. I looked it up on Google. If you type in remove background in photo Windows preview, like I did here, and you select the first option that comes up here, it will take you to the Microsoft page, and it literally goes into detail showing you step by step on what you have to do here. So you can do it on Windows, okay? And you can now see that the squares that I placed behind are showing because it's part of the picture. So it doesn't treat it as a transparent background. So I have to remove that. And to do that on a Mac, what you would do is I'm going to go into your to view, and then you're going to go to show markup toolbar, and then this is going to appear right here, this toolbar, and you want to select this little flashing wand right here, which is called Insta Alpha. And when you click on it, it's going to have a plus sign, and with this plus sign you're going to just click. So on a mouse, you're like left click on a mouse, or just click, and then you're just going to move it around the area that you want removed. So in this case, it's going to be this square part here, and then I'm going to release the mouse, and it's going to have a dancing marquee, or dancing ant, sorry. And then when you see that, then you just hit the delete button on your keyboard, and it removes it just like that. So I'm going to do the next one where I'm going to hold down on the mouse, press and hold down, and then move it until it changes color, which in this case is red. Let go, see the dancing ants, and then hit delete. Voila. So you know what, I'm just realizing here that there's a little bit of like a white line. I don't know if you can see it here and just right there. So I cleaned up some of it, but all you got to do, if you do see a little bit of something sticking out, all you got to do is just continue that method I told you, where with the cross, once you see the cross, click your mouse and then drag to where you want to have that whatever is showing to be removed. So in this case, I've moved a bit here. It seems like I just can't get that remainder part right there, which is okay. And then down here as well, but just try and click in the area, and there we go. Let's see here. Yeah, it's just, it won't remove it for some reason, but that's okay, because really and truly it is so minimal you can't see it. You cannot see it at all. And not only that, if it's going to be on a white shirt, you're fine. And really and truly, like you could try it on a black shirt, but I doubt you will even see it. Yeah, but see, it's starting to go a little more. I just got some of it, just a little bit off there. I got, oh no, don't want that. When that happens, you just unclick, just pick an area outside of the picture, and then it will remove the dancing ants. But yeah, I think it's not bad at all, to be honest with you. You scroll out, you really don't see it. And if you have a Cricut, you can also fix this, or Photoshop, or Photopea, whichever. You can go more detail in fixing this, but you barely can see it. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, just in case someone is going through something just like this, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't remove it. You can by going in further and defining whatever you want removed that's sticking out still. Yeah. All right. I like it. Don't want to do anything else to it. So all I have to do is just hit save right here, and it saves the image. And so now let's say, for instance, I want to, I don't know, put this on a t-shirt, let's say, right? So let's just show like what it would look like on a t-shirt. If I type in t-shirt black, go into photos, And I'm going to use, let's use this guy right here. Just expand that here. Okay, and then I'm going to go to my uploads, and I'm going to upload, these are ones I was just playing with before, but I'm going to upload the one that I just did here. And then I'm going to hit, I'm going to put it on, and I just realized here, I can't use a black t-shirt because the text is black. So let's change this to white. This is a good one. Let's use this one. We'll just fill it and position it to the back. And then we'll size this up here. Bring this over a bit, maybe. There you go. And then that's what it would look like. Ain't that cool? But you know what? I will show you too what it looks like on the black, so then you can see that for sure it's now the squares have been removed. See right here, there's no square, no white sticking out here. It's because it's been removed, just like that. So simple, y'all. So obviously this design will go great with t-shirt design making on your Cricut silhouette, selling it on Etsy, Redbubble, you know, all those print on demand type sites. And stickers. This would be an amazing sticker to use. Again, on places like Redbubble, or again, using your Cricut, to be honest with you. So that is it, y'all. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave your comments down below if you have any. And also like this video if you enjoyed it, as well as subscribing to my channel. Thanks again, y'all. Take care. See you next time. Bye.